I've been playing Raid for a little bit now, and one of the coolest things I thought that was in this game was actually mythicals and the fact that they can change forms. Since then, I have been trying to get my hands on a mythical. It hasn't happened, but for today, we are gonna go ahead and pull my Primal shards. Hey you guys, it's Cece. Welcome back to my channel. These Primal shards we're going to be pulling are a part of the Chaos Awakes event, which has tons of different events and things happening, but it does include a ×10 boost, which is actually gone in 4 hours. This was a very, very short event, summon boost thing that they had going on. So I was like, I need to get in here before this is gone. I do have all of 4 Primal shards. However, I have never pulled a mythical. I'm nowhere near pity, but I have pulled some Primal. I'm trying to think of how many I've pulled total, and honestly, I'm not sure how many I'm at total, but a handful. A handful enough that I have never gotten a mythical, even though it's a 0.5% chance. I will say I do wish that we did not get rares from it. That is the only thing. I hate how we get rares in Primals, because now I have to mentally prepare that I can potentially only be getting rares out of this now. So the targeted champion boost that they have going on is no other than Purosa. And when they showed her initially in the like teasers they had going on, I was like, oh, super cool. Obviously it's a mythical as soon as she changed form, which there was a leg there between. Let's switch it back really quick so you can see how cool it looks. Now with her and her skills, we'll go ahead and read everything here. First skill, attacks all enemies, heals all allies. Come on, the value of the heal is proportional to this champion's attack. We need high attack on her. Removes all debuff from all allies, places a 50% increased attack buff and shield buff on all allies' turns. The value of the shield proportionate to the champion's attack. Places a taunt buff and 25% fortify buff on this champ turns. I do not have any champions that actually do fortify. Also places unkillable buff on all champs except this champion turns. And then we have her metamorphosis. Passive receives 15% less damage for each ally alive. Love that. Active effect, instantly transform this champion into their alternate form whenever their last living ally is killed. Comes back with a vengeance. And then her aura, increased ally attack and battles by 35%. Now, let's say she switches forms over. Well, then we're going into the first skill, attacks one enemy 3 times. If this attack kills an enemy, deals pure damage to all other enemies. If other enemies are not bosses or minions, the amount of pure damage dealt is equal to 30% of the initial target's max HP. If they are bosses or minions, this pure attack damage dealt equals 10% of their max HP instead. This attack cannot be critical. Second skill, attacks all enemies before attacking, steals all buffs from all enemies. Targets whose attack is lower than this champion's attack cannot resist this effect. Also places a 25% weaken debuff on all other enemies for 2 turns. Targets whose attack is equal to or lower than this champion's attack cannot resist this effect. Third skill, places a 15% shatter buff and 30% increased crit rate buff on this champ for 3 turns. Places a true fear debuff on all enemies for a turn, and then targets whose attack is equal or lower cannot resist this effect. And then of course deals 15% more damage for each dead ally. Each critical hit boosts champion turn meter by 10% for each dead ally. I mean, she's a mythical, so of course I want her, but I feel like she would be so good to my team. She would help me out in so many places. So yes, I know it is a long shot to try to get her. There's a ×10 chance. We've got 4 shards. Let's see if we can get her. As much as I would love to get her, I mean, any mythical would do. Any mythical, just saying. But I was actually fully expecting to get full rare. So the fact that I'm starting off with an epic, I'm actually surprised, honestly. Surprised it is an epic. Oh, okay. Okay, what do you do? Attacks all enemies, heals the ally with the lowest HP by 10% of the damage inflicted. I like the AoE on a skill 1. Removes a random debuff from all allies, increases the duration of ally buffs by turn. Love that, increasing of buffs. Fully heals target ally, places a 30% increased crit rate buff and 30% increased crit damage buff on all allies and ally HP in all battles by 25%. Okay, I don't have him. He's new. We take new. We're gonna go again. And of course, it's a rare. Witness. Am I even gonna read the rare? Honestly, probably not. Oh, you have something to do with faction. Arena defense. Attacks one enemy, 15% chance of placing an extra hit. Attacks an enemy, 30% decrease defense buff on the ally with the lowest, increased defense buff on the ally with the lowest HP for 3 turns. Block debuffs buff on all allies for shield buff. Okay. I mean, resistance and faction crypts, I'll take it. Get my 2 more rares, but how cool would it be to get Rosa? And we have Houndspawn. I have pulled so many Houndspawns. So many Houndspawns. Am I ever gonna build a Houndspawn? I have no plans to build a Houndspawn, honestly. All right, less Primal. Fingers crossed. Come on, Rosa. Mythical. Ah! not. I mean, realistically, was I expecting it? No. No, I was not. Bone Knight. Attack an enemy 2 times. We have a weakened debuff. Attacks an enemy with a chance of placing a heal reduction debuff. I mean, all enemies. Increase crit rate buff. I'm not building you, let's be honest. So alas, no Purosa this time. Or probably ever. Maybe. We'll see. One of these times, I will pull one, I'm telling you guys. As for fusion, for Lady Macag, I am still missing this one and this one. That is the only thing holding me back from actually getting her. That's the only thing, which is crazy. I feel like it's so close, yet so far. But yeah, so I have 2 more to actually go before I can actually grab her. Oh, I may as well collect my stuff. We may as well. I guess I got that one already. So, well, as excited. Was I not just there and I didn't see this? I mean, to be fair though, you guys, to be fair, didn't get her on this account. I do still have my other account. Maybe, just maybe, I'll get her from there. Who knows? This is, you have to remain optimistic, honestly. Optimism is key, so we'll see. But didn't quite go that way for me today. Although I did get a new epic, so like that's something. I feel like that's a win. They weren't all rares, so that's gotta be good for something, right? I didn't even realize this is Sacred Order. I feel like Sacred Order is one of the ones that I have a higher score, less problems on when it comes to actually faction wars. But nonetheless, that is gonna be it for those shards for now. They do also have a progressive chance starting. I don't know if I'm gonna pull for that, to be honest with you. If I'm gonna pull during the progressive with all of my other, I'm sharded out. All of my other 6 shards. I don't know. We'll see, you guys. If you download Raid Shadow Legends using my link, I'm actually going to start you off with the free legendary champion on day 1. And then at level 10, level 20, and level 30, you'll get yourself an epic. That is 4 amazing champions that you can get just by downloading using my link. I will say, you guys, even though I didn't get her today, I do think my primals went slightly better than I had expected. And if nothing else, I'm a step closer towards pity. And I think that's something to keep in mind is at the very least, if you don't get something and you have a session, you don't get legendaries or mythical in this case or anything, it is a step closer towards pity. So at least there is that. I do still think she's a super cool champion. If any of you guys got her, you are super lucky. But I do want you to comment down below and let me know if you did pull your primal shards and what did you get. Be sure you also subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos, including when I finally fuse my Lady Macag. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!